There needs to be better work when it comes to investigations of complaints of police services. We found that throughout Canada, this is an ongoing concern, that the investigations are not conducted in a way where people are left feeling satisfied that it was thorough and that it was independent. And so those concerns are legitimate, particularly when there isn't a separate or independent body that's doing the investigations, when it is the RCMP itself. Also, we need to have the data that the RCMP does collect released, and better data keeping and tracking, so that we can make better decisions about where systemic racism is being exhibited, whether it's in the use of force or the arrests or the detention or stopping of people based on the color of their skin. We need the evidence to, again, refine and improve policies. But we know that these anecdotally are happening. We know that systemic racism is happening. So more accountability and, yes, independent investigations would help to move forward in a positive way.
I think the RCMP needs to feel an existential threat. The Canadians are ready to wonder if it's worth keeping. So that's different than saying, yes, in Ipperwash we saw racism. Yes, we've seen racism. Yes, we've seen untoward violence, unjustified violence. I mean, the fact that it was just Friday, it's only on Friday that Rodney Levy was killed in New Brunswick. One or two tweaking measures around the margins won't make the difference. So I agree with you, Brett. There are more than enough studies, but they take on different aspects of the culture of the RCMP. And I think we need to look right at squarely, particularly in senior management, what kind of organization thinks they can continue to ignore these studies, continue to ignore calls for justice, continue to ignore, for instance, the Police Complaints Commission when it investigated the RCMP interference in the 2006 election. Former Police Chief Zaccardelli, RCMP Commissioner Zaccardelli, changed the course of our electoral politics, took an election away from one party and gave it to the other. And he was allowed to say, no, I'm too busy to show up to answer your questions. You can't summons me. There's a culture here that's bigger than any one incident or any one report.